Hello everyone, welcome to my Whiteout Survival YouTube channel. In today's video, I would like to share my knowledge and experience about Canyon Clash strategy and tips in Whiteout Survival. So let's start together. So first of all, before the event, you need to make proper preparation. Number 1, you should only register your alliance members who are sure to participate in each legion for easier matchmaking. Number 2, you will need to form 3 teams for 3 lanes, left, right, and middle, and each team led by a strong guy in your alliance. You should put stronger powerhouse or stronger way as a pusher, especially in the right lane and left lane for the first phase. Because these two lanes can easily be pushed and can enter the enemy territory more easier. The middle lane also need one strong guy, but it should be your third strongest in your legion participants. The main reason, as I said, the right and left lanes are the most important because they are easiest lanes to push into the enemy side territory and make them panic than the middle lane. Number 3, you should use 10% gen buffs for all free-to-play players and low spenders and 20% gen buffs for whales and big spenders except maximum deployment capacity buff, which will not take effect in Canyon event before entering the battlefield. Canyon Clash event is the only event that is worthy to use 10% gen buffs as a free-to-play player or low spenders. Number 4, you should use all bad battle scales and apply for the Ministry of Defense or Strategy if they are available before entering the battlefield. Number 5, you should always read the general plan and in-game text of your alliance strategists and request help in Canyon chat as necessary. Number 6, you should prepare and save 2 pushing best squads and 1 defensive squad for 3 formations you are allowed to save. Alright, let's go to the next stage. So after entering the battlefield, there are totally 3 phases. The first phase is the first 17 minutes after 3 minutes preparation time. In this phase, you need to do a lot of things. Number 1, the plan is to push as hard as you can and occupy as many buildings as you can for more personal points as well as more alliance points. Especially, you should prioritize pushing pretty hard into the left and right lane to reach and invade enemy territories and take their points. And then, you should defend and hold down strategic choke points to prevent enemies coming to invade your territory. Number 2, you should use your 2 squads for pushing and 1 squad for holding down strategic choke points buildings defensively, which will temporarily prevent enemies into invading into your territory. And also, it will buy you the time and your alliance require for the reinforcements to reach in case the enemy members tries to invade into your side. Number 3, the strategists of the alliance should always check out for available fuel of your alliance members and prioritize appointing guardians positions to your whales or powerhouse players first. And after that, always check and swap the guardian positions accordingly depending on the fuel needs of your members. Number 4, Always use conscript function whenever you have a chance when your squad is not in battle mode inside the building you occupied, before pushing further deeply into the enemy territory, because it costs less fuel and you don't need to march your squad all the way back from your bastion after they die. Alright, let's talk about the second phase, which is the next 20 minutes after the first phase. This phase is quite important to increase your overall winning chances of Canyon Clash event because fortresses are unlocked and opened in each alliance territory and they give a lot of points. The role of your middle lane team shines in this phase because their main duty is to defend the fortress at all times and at all costs from enemy invasion. And for the pushers of your alliance left lane and right lane in the enemy territory should prioritize invading and seizing the enemy fortresses. If your alliance can defend your own fortress and seize control of enemy fortresses, the more points your alliance will get in second phase and the more advantage you will have when the central citadel opens in the third phase. During this second phase, you need to make sure all airports near the crossover bridges in your territory are fully in control in preparation for the third phase, because you need to use these airports to jump to the middle central citadel when the third phase starts. Alright, now let's talk about the third phase, which is the last 20 minutes of the battle. Number 1, during the third phase, you need to make sure your strongest guy is ready to march into the central citadel by sitting in the nearest airport crossover, especially 1 to 2 minutes before the citadel opens. Number 2, ensure your strongest guy has enough posts or reinforcements inside the citadel at all times after his squads entering the building, because he needs some time required for him to get back in case his squads are dead. Teamwork and communication is really important, especially in this third phase, because there are a lot of things you need to work together as an alliance during the third phase. Number 3, you should continue holding down the fortress in your own territory and try to invade and target enemy airports into the middle to cut down their path and reinforcements to the central citadel. Be wary of enemies' invasions inside to your territory during this third phase, especially if you focus a lot on the central citadel. Sometimes the enemies take advantage and starts invading into your territory side. So you should not only focus on the central citadel. Additionally, you need to at least make sure holding down your own fortress and preventing enemies into invading into your territory side buildings, not to give enemy extra points. As long as you use these strategies correctly, you will most likely win any Canyon Clash event. Our alliance is currently using these strategies and we had 100% win rate in Canyon Clash event. Alright, now let's talk about how to get more personal points and top 10 personal points ranking. If you want a good personal points and ranking, you need to defeat as many enemy squads as possible and take control of many enemy buildings as you can. Generally, it's way easier for Wilson powerhouses to get top 3 personal rankings because they can continuously and consistently defeat many enemy squads until the enemy wills who is as strong as them comes. As a free-to-play player or low spenders, you cannot do that, so you should always check the enemy's buildings whether they are garrisoned by whales or people who are stronger than you. Avoid pushing into such buildings as much as possible and target and push only the weakly garrisoned buildings or Pantheon soldiers garrison building without any enemy squads inside. The more squads you can successfully defeat, the more personal points you get. However, this is a team game, so occasionally you will need to sacrifice your squads when the enemy whales try to invade your site of territory in order to buy the time for your whales to reach that strategic choke points building to prevent enemy whales from entering into your territory. Winning as a team is way more important and will give you a lot more rewards than your own personal ranking rewards. Alright guys, I hope this will be helpful for you and your alliance members. Best of luck in your every Canyon Clash event monthly. If you think my content is very helpful and informative for you, please don't forget to subscribe and follow my channel, as well as like and comment. This will help you motivate me to continue uploading such informative contents of Whiteout survival in-game events and game mechanics. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Bye!